his hands, and he washed his feet. You know what that was symbolizing? Cleansing of his heart. Before he was to work for the Israelites, the priest had to make sure he was right before God. He couldn't have a sin and work for somebody else's sin. So he would cleanse himself many times throughout the service. Then he would take this bowl with the blood that was from the lamb. He would take the fat from the lamb, and he'd go all the way over here to the altar and sacrifice. Here he would place the fat upon the altar, and he would sprinkle the blood on the four horns. He would wash his hands and feet again. Then he'd move into the holy place to finish recording that he asked forgiveness. Who placed the fat on the altar? The priest did. Who took the fat out of the lamb?
Person.
The Israelites. We have a priest today. Who is he? We have a high priest, Jesus Christ. He is the only one that can destroy our sin. And yet, what did the high priest, what did the priest have to wait for in order to do that? They had to wait for the Israelites to give it over to him. So Jesus wants to cleanse us all from sin. He wants to destroy it all. But what is he waiting for us to do? To give it over to him in surrender. You see, it is very easy for us, is the Bible a large book? Relatively, right? And there are so many things to take from it. It's easy for us to come up with an unbalanced religion if we just study one part of the Bible and not the other. Well, if you study the sanctuary, because it's all throughout the Bible, you study about the sanctuary, you'll learn how to have a more balanced religion. Many people think that they can take their fat and they can place it on the altar. In other words, they think they can take sin. They think, I can be a good person. I have strong will. I can overcome Satan. We can't place the fat on the altar. Only the priest can. Now, some people may get the wrong impression that the priest does everything. The priest places the fat on there, but the priest also kills the lamb. The priest also removes the fat from you. You don't have to do anything at all. This isn't balanced religion either. Jesus is not going to take your sin from you if you don't give him the permission to take it away. He is waiting for us through surrender to give our sin to him so that he can destroy it. Now, whose fire destroyed the sin? God's fire. Have you ever heard of the phrase strange fire? Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, for those who have heard of that, who brought strange fire into the sanctuary?
The two brothers.
Right, okay, so who is the high priest again in the days of Moses? Okay, so Aaron had two sons. Their names were Nadab and Abihu. They were priests. Aaron was the high priest. They were the priests under him. They had not surrendered to God. They brought strange fire into the sanctuary. In other words, they kindled their own fire and were going to use it in the sanctuary service. Fire in the Bible is very symbolic. You can read about fire in Acts when the apostles received the Holy Spirit. What appeared above their heads? Tongues of fire. That represents the Spirit of God. The only thing that can destroy sin. When Nadab and Abihu brought their own fire to the sanctuary, what were they claiming about themselves? That they had the power to take away sin. Man cannot take away sin. And Nadab and Abihu, when they did that, they were killed. It's very important that we realize that man cannot take the sin away.